Hey, everybody, what's up? What's up? My bad. I decided to get a new mic, and that new mic took over my settings. That's why you can hear me for about like, I don't know, 10 seconds. Teresa, what's up? Indica, Queen, Steffi B, JB0617, Shara, Observant, how are you doing, Nicole, Marie, Charlie's mom, Lynn, hi there, Mary, Venny Joe, what's going on? Marie again, Rose Talk, welcome, Otter Girl. Evelyn, Mons, Nina Michelle. We got Satan in the house, Sammy Smith, Kelly Wade. Tiger Talks, thanks for being here, Tiger Talks. Appreciate you. I'm here. I know I'm a little bit tardy. I got busy. Cypher, what's up, Steffi B? Again, welcome everybody. All right, let's get into this. It's called Meatloaf, Cheesy Scalloped Potatoes, and Homemade Lotus Strawberry Cheesecake. Now, somebody told me a lot of this food looks a little bit too good. I don't know. I haven't seen it, so I will look into it and see how that is. What's up, Suburban Hillbilly? How you doing? Other than that, I guess we'll do a throwback as we usually do. Let's go.
Hello, Foodie Beauties.
Hi there, Beezers.
All right, and this as usual, I will skip.
Super easy. Cameos also make great birthday or special
Hey, Buddy
occasion
Justice.
gifts. Hope to hear from you. Bye.
Okay, so we got meatloaf, cheesy scalloped potatoes. Okay, we got it. Scalloped potatoes. Then we got the meatloaf. Okay, she really did make the meatloaf and the scalloped potatoes.
Hello, guys. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to another video. So, today I have a very special meal, one of my favorites ever. I'm going to keep this on.
No, she made that
down
stuff.
here a little bit. My meatloaf. First time in Kuwait. Cheesy potatoes au gratin. They're kind of like a scalloped potatoes, but instead, I'll tell you in a minute. Salad and homemade cheesecake with Biscoff crust. With homemade strawberry sauce.
I mean, it looks like she really did make all of this. Look at that, especially up close. Oh boy, it's Pizza's favorite, the meatloaf. New outfit. She bought that outfit actually a long time ago. I think it was her second or third abaya buy. She bought that, and we just haven't seen it. I don't know why. Maybe it was a bit too big for her, and now it fits just right. Probably, maybe. Who knows? Why is her plate a family size serving plate exactly? Why is it that big? Potatoes look okay. The rest, man. I don't know. The meatloaf looks okay. The potatoes are all right. To me personally.
Okay, so this meal from scratch. Even the bread in my meatloaf is from scratch. I made some baguettes for breakfast today, and I used the leftovers with some milk in my meatloaf, and I'm going to tell you how I made everything because I didn't film everything because it was really hot in there. And I have some iced lime water. Let's have some bismillah.
She made this in Canada. Mm-hmm. It probably did get buried.
Refreshing. All right, now, let me tell you how I made this stuff. What are you guys having for dinner? I hope you're having a wonderful dinner. Okay, let's have some salata. So let's start with the salad. This is just romaine, black olives, tomatoes, and cucumber. And the dressing is a little bit of vinegar, a little bit of lime juice, some olive oil, pomegranate molasses, and a little bit of honey, salt, and pepper.
Hey, Street Cat Desire, what's up? Why didn't she video making this? Good idea. Why didn't she?
Fresh vegetables. These potatoes here, so tender. Fork tender. Oh my gosh. I sauteed some onions and caramelized them a little bit. Sliced potatoes in a baking dish. I made a cheese sauce with milk, like full fat milk. I made a roux first with butter and flour. About 2 tablespoons of each. Some milk and I let that become thick. Added some sharp cheddar, poured it over the potatoes and onions, and let it bake. Let's see.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Delicious. And I also added some turmeric, salt, pepper,
How much cream does she even go through? It's like she creams every single thing that she's been eating lately.
some garlic powder,
Oh yes, and the
and
cheese.
some seven spice, a little bit, which has like nutmeg and stuff.
Yeah, it's like
Mm.
she loves adding cheese.
Oh, those are dangerous.
All right, Cypher says she eat anything without ruining it with cheese? Yep. Cypher says she could have made like 6 videos, right? 6 videos out of this if she put in effort. Yeah, that's the whole thing. It's like, why didn't she film making the cheesecake? Then she could have filmed making the meatloaf. She could have filmed making the scalloped potatoes and then making the salad, and we could have had a couple videos out of all of that right then and there. Isn't that what she was doing before, making her meals, videoing them, and then putting it out? And now we just get this or eating. Her portions are enough for at least 3 people. Yeah, but she's eating enough for 3 people. Like for her to maintain her weight, that's thousands of calories.
Then for the meatloaf here,
The only time she creams in Kuwait. You
I
know
mix
what? I had that joke on the top of my head, Nina Nichelle. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it. I'm not even gonna do that. I'm like, she creams everything because she wishes she would get creamed, something along those lines. But I was like, leave it alone. We're talking about food here, not anything else. Talking about food, not the fupa.
I mixed. I take a pound of ground meat, beef. I soaked some of my leftover baguette in milk. I added that in 1 egg. I blended up.
Did you guys see that Ella Shabib was on Jessica Messica's live stream? I don't know. Randomly, it came on. I don't know what I was doing. Then all of a sudden, I saw Alice Shabib. I'm like, WTF? Alice Shabib makes me want to sing, but like, there's a man in this house. There's a man in this house. If you see him, point him out. If you see him, point him out.
In the food processor.
For
One
why?
green pepper,
Because Alice Shabib is still Zaddy.
1 red onion. Some ketchup. Salt, pepper. Maybe onion, garlic powder. And then I put the glaze of ketchup on top.
Does anybody use ketchup with their meatloaf? As in, you put the ketchup and then you actually um, make it with the ketchup in the oven, like already on top, not after? Because she's the first person I've seen do that. With all that, she's
And
still
that's it.
gonna eat dessert
That's all she wrote, folks.
and then all of that.
Now the cheesecake.
Seems you're a really good chef, Target Talks. Did you get any formal training, or are you just home trained chef, like just very knowledgeable?
Bought 2 packages of about 200 grams each. Biscoff cookies. Lotus cookies.
Cypher says the meatloaf was the only thing getting glazed in the beachside condo.
And I used my food processor to make the crumb. I added a bunch of butter, like melted butter, maybe 9 tablespoons.
9 tablespoons? Really? Of melted
and some
butter?
brown sugar. Pressed it in a pan. Froze it. Made the mix, which is sour cream, icing sugar, 2 containers of Philadelphia cream cheese, a little bit of lemon juice, Oh, and I put a little salt in the crust.
Hey, cakes too.
And you just blend it. I didn't even use a blender. I just mixed it with by hand till it was smooth. Strawberries is just strawberries and sugar, which makes like a syrup. And if you let it in the fridge overnight, it thickens into like a syrup. Don't have to use cornstarch. I don't have any, so.
Hmm.
Um,
I would have loved to see the
my dressing
process.
is so nice. I hope Salah likes it.
Oh, nice Target Talks.
I'll let you guys know.
Okay, you put cherry tomatoes also on
So
top. Nice, Lynn. I mean, that works, I guess, since they're roasting the ketchup.
I'm feeling a lot better today.
All right, so Foodie Beauty has been sick for a while and she has been inside the home. Right? She's been cooking, kind of cleaning. Well, she cleaned one bathroom, right? And everything else. Mashiness, what's up? So is she still in Kuwait? Yes, she is still in Kuwait. She came back from Thailand, what, like 2 to 3 weeks ago, where she said it was a vacation, but everybody and their mama knows that it was a visa issue. She had to leave the country for a while, stay in Thailand, and then come home once the visa issue got resolved. Now, a lot of people are also speculating she still might be having visa problems. Maybe she is. Maybe there was something for a while. I don't know. Maybe there wasn't an impact to her visa. It seems there wasn't, based on what other people have been doing, sending stuff to the Kuwaiti government.
Um,
Her meatloaf looks dry. Doesn't her meatloaf always look dry? And then Pizza's meatloaf usually looks wet.
had a very nice day. Woke
Oh,
up after Fajr, which is the first prayer of the day, pretty early in the morning. I started making homemade bread.
hey Denise, how you doing?
For the breakfast.
The meatloaf looks like brown bread. When you really put that thought in my head, now looking from it from afar, if I didn't know what it was, and if I didn't see salad beside it and scalloped potatoes, I would kind of think it was banana bread. I'm not gonna lie. But since I see salad, I can kind of guess no, it's not banana bread, it's meatloaf. But if there wasn't salad, if there wasn't scalloped potatoes, and I saw that next to maybe another dessert, I would like, is that banana bread? Kind of looks like it. The meatloaf looks like pumpernickel? Really? Okay. I mean, everybody's seen everything.
Um, I made the cheesecake last night. And Salah woke up and then made us breakfast.
It does kind of look like pumpernickel bud. It really does. Isn't that a serving platter? Everybody is saying
My
this.
homemade breads and
It is, yes, yes. Rose Talk said that is a serving platter. You don't do that. You don't eat from a serving platter. But I think she's just eating from whatever dish she has. Literally, whatever she has in the home, she'll eat from it. You would think after the first, second, third, fourth, maybe even fifth time, like, hey, maybe we should go to IKEA Kuwait, and maybe pick up a few cups, a few knives and forks, a few plates, and be done with it. Like, why is she still not having anything? Like, how far is IKEA Kuwait? Okay, here we go. So we got she lives in Mangaf, right? IKEA Kuwait is literally downtown, which isn't that far. They have a vehicle, just go to IKEA, pick up your stuff, or maybe a Jamia has stuff closer. who knows? But still, this shouldn't be an issue.
Scrambled eggs, chicken sausages, labna, sliced tomatoes, some orange juice.
She could get a large mixing bowl. And she wonders why she's gaining weight. Well, this is why.
Cleaned all that mess up.
Serving size. Hey, Target Talks, what do you think is how much calories is all of this? That's what you said. What did I mean to say? Let me look. Certain things look good. At first, it's a cake. Then you said it's a meatloaf. Meatloaf is not supposed to look like that. Yeah. You think 3,000?
Made Howie his salad, which I did record. I'm just waiting for my vlog to have enough footage from my vlog to, add it in there.
I think that might be right. With a cake, 16?
But
You think 16? I would say more like 2,000, but that's just my estimated guess. I really got to take a look at exactly what she had put in. She said was it 9 teaspoons of sugar, another thing she was using, plus cheese and whatnot. If I'm gonna do a rough calculation, I would say are in and around 2,000. But okay, I guess some people are like 3K. Definitely over 1,000 for sure with certain things. But yeah, we're all just guessing. Yeah, 1,600 might be right. We don't know exactly how much or how little she put in certain things, such as like sugar, how much cheese.
mm,
Yeah, you might be right, Target Talks. It's a fair guess. Plus, we gotta also
I'm gonna slow down. Too good.
factor in that she's using
We,
a platter.
but I'm doing a lot better. I think I was just being vulnerable the other night and just opening up and having a low moment. Um, Homesickness. But
Cake alone is 500. You
I
think?
do feel like this is my home. It is, with my pets.
All right, second time today she's talking about this.
My
Not today.
husband.
I mean, second time in about 24 hours she's talking about recanting what she said the other night.
It is,
Pets and her husband. Yep, we got it.
with my pets. My husband.
Mm-hmm.
And we have friends and family here who love us. And yes, me too. They're aware of my past. But as long as I continue to try to do better, a past is just a past. Nobody can fault you for that. We all have
Okay.
one. You know?
Can't wait for the desert camping. Count Crackle on my way says, if I was married 1 year and my husband ate in his room alone, I'd be worried, not gonna lie. Yeah, usually that, if we're gonna be fair and honest, usually that is one of the telltale signs that your relationship has broken down. Such as if you used to sleep in the same bed, you start sleeping in different rooms, maybe your relationship's breaking down. If your hubby is eating alone and away from you, maybe your relationship is breaking down. Yeah, usually that is a telltale sign that the relationships aren't going well, but with him, he is pretty much not being eaten with her. So, who yeah, what can I even say? Beautiful regret. How you doing? Your past is your past unless it's forever on the internet. Yeah, I can get that. Foodie Beauty wants to move behind her past though,
I don't know. There's people who don't
beyond
believe
her
that,
past.
think I'm miserable. People are waiting for that, for me to be miserable, which is weird. But I can't control how people think. But
The campaign will
you
never
don't have to
happen.
understand it. It's my journey. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe campaign won't ever happen after what you pull with the water and the cleanup and the cooking. Maybe you're right, Street Cat Desire. Maybe the other ladies are saying that they don't want Foodie Beauty around.
And nobody can really understand how I feel except for me. Like, I'm feeling it. By the way, I don't have makeup on because I made a huge dinner, homemade cheesecake, homemade bread, meatloaf, potatoes. I'm not putting makeup on, okay?
What is the white substance on the sofa? It seems like some sort of fluff from somewhere. It doesn't seem like there's any breaks in the sofa, so that fluff is coming from another type of, I don't know, fabric, something. But yeah, it's kind of weird that it's on there. Is that a new abaya? We have seen this abaya before. She just hasn't worn it in a long time because what she was doing was wearing the latest ones, like the plaid color ones. And what else was she wearing? Like the jean one for a while, the jean colored one. We haven't seen this for a while. It's Murad, the fluff. Does his dad know she's called Sally a coward and a pig? Oh, you remember that, Charlie's mom? That was the first fight
We become so accustomed to filters
in a
and,
while.
you know, makeup, the high heavens, that we don't even really know what our natural beauty, like appreciate our natural beauty anymore. I'm like that too. I have to work on that, but I can't stand not having eye makeup on. It's, you know, I look tired. Mm,
She's still filtered. Yep,
you
the
gotta try
yin
that
yang.
dressing.
Martinez, yeah, you're right. Martinez says I just looked, and apparently it's not necessarily bad for husband and wife to sleep separately in a Muslim marriage. I know a few people who actually sleep separately. They have different rooms because one or both of them have some major snoring issues. One wears a CPAP. They snore like a, I don't know, they snore like a 1984, add whatever car you want in there, but they snore really bad. So their arrangement in a relationship is that they got to sleep separately in different rooms. But I think I know like two couples that actually do that because of the sleeping issue.
Come on, fan. Do your job.
So we got AC blasting, and she still needs a
Comes
fan.
in handy. Remember you guys saying, get a fan, get a fan.
Exactly, Nina.
Now I know why. You should see our wall here. It's full of cases of water.
The Foodie Beauty
Full.
weighs Even for like if Foodie Beauty was even 6 foot or like 6'5", you'd still be weighing a lot. Like for her weight, that's a lot. In 1984, Desnorian instead of DeLorean. I like that, Aunt Amy. Thank you. 1984 Honda Civic.
Hi, babe.
Hey, babe.
You enjoy your food?
Yeah, but the real question is, did you?
This food level, I would say better than Cheesecake Factory.
No
I
way!
swear to God.
Man, do I want to slap this guy or do I want to slap this guy? Why are you telling lies like that? And of course, didn't I call it every single video you expect his presence, his oral presence, his vocal presence? Because this is what they're doing now. And of course, he's gonna comment on how beautiful and amazing, better than Cheesecake Factory. Why are they using Cheesecake Factory? Is it because everybody's talking about Cheesecake Factory? Speaking about Cheesecake Factory, did you guys know that their stock went up because of that whole viral thing about dating dynamics between men and women, and how there was this list out there: do not take ladies to Cheesecake Factory? I'm like, what the hell's wrong with Cheesecake Factory? Anyways, I digress. Let's go back. Let's see what he says again.
Hi, babe.
Hey, babe.
You enjoy your food?
Yeah, but the real question is, did you?
This food level, I would say better than Cheesecake Factory.
No
I
way!
swear to God.
You really like the meatloaf?
100% yes.
Thanks, babe.
Really?
You hear that, Cheesecake Factory? Better watch out.
You've never eaten at Cheesecake Factory? I've eaten at Cheesecake Factory a few times. Is it good? It really depends on your palate and what you think is good. You give me a list of restaurants you think is good, and then I'll tell you if Cheesecake Factory is good to you or
Meatloaf
good
is
for
something
you.
else. I don't want to toot my own horn, but
Yeah, I don't think
everyone
he's
is
been,
good at cooking something. Okay?
or maybe he has been to Cheesecake Factory. I don't know. Isn't there a Cheesecake Factory in Kuwait? I could have sworn there is, because when she first came to Kuwait, that was one of the first things that she talked about, is that there's a cheesecake factory. There's a cheesecake factory. I can go to the cheesecake factory. Yup, there's one downtown again. So there you go. Go to Cheesecake Factory, go to IKEA, get yourself some kitchen utensils and whatnot.
If you can't cook, don't be hard on yourself. Like, look at me. I can cook, and I just don't. I just didn't for a long time. And I never appreciated how better homemade food is. So, what is something you can cook very well? Toot your horns in the comments. Um, Me, meatloaf. And you know what? I used to dog on my mom's meatloaf as a kid, especially.
It is a
But
metal
hers was
fork.
bomb too. But she used saltine crackers and put cheese on top. Cheese slice.
I don't know what's worse, like Sella knowing it's a lie to lie in camera like that, saying his quote unquote wife's food is good and better than Cheesecake Factory, or them coming up with the idea for Sella to always say something about how good and amazing her cooking is. Which one is more sick? I don't know. Is it sick that we know that they know that we know that they know that they're lying? I don't know which one's
She
worse.
didn't always make like. She did cook almost every day.
Yeah, meatloaf is like the easiest thing to make. Yeah, even Pete's can do it, and Pete's did do it a couple of times, but his meatloaf was super chunky with the onions all sticking out and everything.
Pretty much, we never ate out much. I don't think we could afford to. My mom was like, I told you this, but a single mom for many years. And she went through college, worked.
Mm-hmm. Wait a second. I get that her mom was a single mom. Okay, got pregnant as a young teenager, but wasn't her? It was her grandmother on her paternal side that used to take care of her at first, and then something happened, and then it started to be her grandmother on her maternal side used to take care of her. Can anybody really remind me what happened to her paternal grandmother? Because, excuse me, if you recall, it was her paternal grandmother that used to take care of her. Plates on the floor. She's not gonna get up to take care of that. She's gonna put it on the floor.
Even in high school, though, I would come home and supper. There would be something to eat. I love my Smee. All right, check this cheesecake. Better than Cheesecake Factory.
Oh shit!
The lotus. Have you ever had a lotus cookie? Velvety, creamy, beauty bite.
What do you guys think of those aesthetics for that cheesecake? I mean, to me, it doesn't look that bad. Aesthetically, that is. That was a lot of food.
I do that because it's so good. That all noise must stop and appreciate. Mm. I fell in love with no bake cheesecake
Hey Nolabu, what's up?
when I was working at a women's shelter in Mattawa, Ontario. We had a cookbook there. And I always wanted to make the best dishes because I would be cooking, okay, and doing groceries and playing Yahtzee, and actually that's not all I did. I also sorted the clothing for the donations. I sometimes looked after the daycare. I wrote an article for the newspaper talking about.
Hold up. When the hell was she in Mattawa, Ontario, at a women's shelter? She said Mattawa, right?
My work there. I volunteer worked. But the satisfaction on the faces of the women residing at the shelter. Now, the shelter was for women who were like escaping an abusive relationship. It was a very safe place for them. Even the door at the place had no. I'm sorry, I'm getting so emotional because when I remember them, how sweet they were, and they didn't deserve any of what they were going through in life. So just to be able to put like a little smile on their face by making them like gourmet food, like literally gourmet. I would take out this cookbook, even the counselor, because they had counselors working there and then they had me a volunteer. They were like, the girl was like, my gosh, they're lucky having you cooking for them. I don't eat pork anymore, but I remember making this pork roast with like, oh my gosh, the sauce was like an apple.
I would never expect Foodie Beauty to volunteer if this story is true. I mean, okay. She's never brought this up though, has she? Because I have a fair idea of the places she has like worked at. StarTech, another call center, Walmart, the for the doctor at the hospital doing scheduling, and after that she got a pretty good compensation because of what happened with her and that job, and then after that she started YouTube. Where is this fitting in now? Interesting.
They're lucky having you cooking for them. I don't eat pork anymore, but I remember making this pork roast with like, Oh my gosh, the sauce was like an apple, homemade apple. I don't know, it baked for hours, and the whole smell and the whole when you're cooking something with love, this it just smelled up the whole shelter and just like made made the ambiance just so comforting. Mm.
All right, Susan D says for someone who volunteered at women's shelter, she sure is not sympathetic to a particular person who suffered DV. Yeah. Rose Talk says, you mean the volunteer program when she was a teenager, like Kitimovic? But wasn't she out west in Kitimovic? But has anybody actually done Kitimovic? I didn't do Kitimovic. I knew about Kitimovic. I was kind of thinking of doing Kitimovic, but people are like, don't do Kitimovic. So I didn't do Kitimovic, but does Kitimovic can send you to like places that are not so far away, like local? You guys think it was Kitimovic? Like she maybe was in not Mattawa but Ottawa, because Mattawa is like Ottawa Valley. If you don't know where that is, don't worry about it. But Mattawa is like west northwest of like Pembroke, Petawawa, which is Ottawa Valley area. It's like Mattawa is like east and north bay. So I think she really truly meant Ottawa and not Mattawa, because even though Mattawa is a small town, I really don't expect there especially to be a shelter there. Just saying. So I think she actually meant Ottawa. Hmm.
And there was a recipe for a no bake cheesecake. And I made it, and oh my gosh, I was blown away. It had graham cracker crust though, but
All right, for those who are just getting in, this is a no bake cheesecake. Okay, Lisa.
kind
Yeah,
of a big
please
piece.
fill us in.
Mm. Very wonderful women. One woman would just watch. She would crochet and just watch Days of Our Lives. No, one woman watched Days of Our Lives. This one woman who crocheted would watch Passions. I think it was.
The story makes no sense.
You are my passion for life.
Wait a second, celebrity user. Am I missing something here? You're saying this story makes no sense. She's describing boomers watching soap operas. Are you telling me boomers don't watch soap operas?
Wow. Oh my gosh, mashallah. That was amazing.
Yeah, Actions was
thank you,
good.
Allah, for this wonderful food. Um, you know,
What's up, Yasmina?
I'm just so like appreciative these days of us. One thing that Islam has made taught me to be is appreciative. I don't talk about my religious journey. I am thinking of doing more videos about that, but I just wanted to learn more about it myself before I start making videos. But I mean, I'm a beginner, but I remember that one lesson, if being appreciative of everything you have, this piece of cheesecake, this roof over my head. I don't have riches, I don't have a lot of jewelry, my beautiful ring, Arabian gold ring, but I don't have much else to show. I have my husband, my pets, we have a car, apartment.
Tell us
We have a
again.
very modest life in a lot of ways. And
Arabian Gold.
that's good enough for me. I don't really care about having Chanel bags and material things. To me, that's not wealth. To me, I don't want a Chanel bag. Like, even if I had, I mean, we probably could like buy one, but that would not be wise. I don't think that it's something I would even want if I could buy one without it, like affecting me. Like if I was rich, I just I wouldn't want it. If that's
Okay.
what makes you happy in life, I'm not gonna dog that. That's totally, totally your life. But me personally, because I've seen comments of people being like, "You're 40, you don't have anything," but that's where you're wrong. Because not all wealth is material. I am very, very happy with what I have and grateful. So,
Why are some of you cracking me up? Beautiful regrets like, but she uses Lush. I'm like, touche. Yeah, Lush isn't cheap. I'm telling you. You get a few slices, maybe a whole cake of soap. That's hundreds of dollars right there. And as Loke Dog is saying, yeah, because and Hamida, she would rather buy food. We've seen her spend before, doing all those Pennington Beeses and whatnot. Her wealth is in food, exactly. That's the important thing in life for Foodie Beauty. Just eating and gorging on as much as possible.
yeah, I just want to emphasize that. um, because it could help. I emphasize that not to convince myself or other people. I say that actually to convince other people. Like, a lot of people are down and depressed right now and feeling like they can't go on in life because they don't have enough material possessions. You have a lot more than you realize. Just look for it.
Touche. I was actually gonna bring that up. Thank you for reminding me, Karen Cracklow. She bought those expensive, ugly sunglasses. Yeah, it's like you bought those sunglasses and you kept on pushing it in her face that you got designer shades on. And your designer shades this, designer shades that. But how much did she really pay for it?
All right, guys, I'm gonna finish my refreshing water. Um, I love Salah trying all these new foods. I said meatloaf and scalloped potatoes are, a very popular dish in Canada. So, yeah. So I don't know what I'm going to cook next, but I'm sure I'll think of something.
Wait a second. Um, Kay, what is up? Who likes fat, long? Okay, my hand is up. My hand is way up, Kay. Way up. Who doesn't?
I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, guys, some days I'm going to be cooking in the kitchen. Some days I'm just going to show you what I'm eating. Some days will be vlogs. Some days I'm going to try to mix it up. But anyway, no matter what, I thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
All right. All right. Wait a second. You wait, are you saying you're talking about Manuka honey, Target Talks? So is Manuka honey good for infections? Is that what you're saying? Okay. We're gonna get back to that in a second. We're gonna do a little throwback here. The throwback is when Foodie Beauty was a boss babe. Remember Boss Babe, and when Metin was almost the King Beezer or the King Beezer? Beach Beauty, been traveling. Good to be back. Hey Monty. Hey Beach Beauty, where you been traveling to? Give us I guess a rundown of your trip. Good that you're back. Great that your traveling was safe. Yes to Manuka. All right, I'm gonna check Manuka onion. What else did Roman or Roman say used to cure anything? It was black seed oil and Manuka honey was his, go-to for everything, right? All right, here is we're gonna watch how Matin almost became King Beezer. Let's go.
You know when you're still you're still not over somebody, so you have no enthusiasm for this other guy that you're trying to use. You use him as a make Natter jealous tool. Why is that so fucked up that we do? Like it's fucked up that I do that. It's like you want your man to be jealous, but not too jealous. You want them to be jealous because you want to know that some reason that makes you feel like they like want you, like they value you, like they like
Really?
you. Oh yeah, you
Isn't
like
that kind
them.
of toxic?
You'll
Whatever
never
happened to
get another
Roman?
fucking penny from me.
Roman is still around actually, Brooklyn to Brixton. He was live, I think, at least a few days ago. He actually comes live not so often, but often enough, maybe every few days. You might not see his most recent live because he keeps playing music, and of course they'll block said live stream. So it says he was live at the very latest 12 days ago. I think he I know he was live um earlier than 12 days, but his live stream got removed. So he's still in Morocco. He's still doing his thing. Roman is still around and still drunk. Yes, Roman likes his cigarettes and he likes
Never.
his
You know what? I'm
alcohol.
gonna buy so many hot fucking nice men with that money.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And
Hot
God
nice
help
men.
anyone who disrespected the queen.
And in the new year, I'm leaving all fucking negativity and bullshit in the past.
What if the lovers Mateen came close enough to being? Yeah, King Beezer.
Nobody worth anything would be available forever within 72 hours of meeting. I know. Maybe that's what I find appealing about like meeting with men who can be bought or have ulterior motives a little bit. Hear me out. It's because you have some level of control that you think you have, but you don't really. You can't control a human being. Hasn't asked me for a cent. Has clearly stated, I don't want sex. I don't want money. Okay, I hate to use this as an example, but remember Metin? The minute I met him, I knew it was just for a purpose because he would be like, can you buy me this
Phone? Is it gonna be a
Yes, ma'am.
phone?
can you pay for me for this course because it's in Canada and that way I can come to Canada?
Oh, really?
She was asking me for money. Sala did everything he can to spend money for me to come there. And he knows it's not about coming to Canada.
Bullshit.
And he can't come to Canada right now. So if he was just rushing, like, he's a handsome guy. He could get anybody. Okay, I've been keeping this person's secret. It's been so fucking hard.
Remember Boss Chain? Love this.
Well, I may have like mentioned in crossing anyway. So I have a boy, like an official. I closed my Tinder. I have a trophy man.
Ooh la la.
Rufus?
Handsomest.
No? Okay. What is his hourly rate? Navi. He looks like handsome Squidward.
Actually, that's kind of right.
Doesn't look like Natter. Are you telling me he looks like Natter?
Yeah, he does. He really does look like handsome Squidward and a little bit like Netter. Hey, you guys remember that the doll, her grandma's doll, she was putting on the steps this time in her life. I remember that because if my grandma had passed away like that and a doll was left for me, there is no way in hell I'm putting that doll on the steps. That doll is like in a glass enclosure. I'm not gonna disrespect her like that. Yeah, he does look like Nandy. Look at him.
Don't even troll. He doesn't look like Natter. He's from Cyprus. And Pete's saying that's like near Greece.
Ooh la la.
Applebee's. I have a boyfriend,
Mount Olympus is in Cyprus, by the way, people. Did you guys know that?
yeah.
As I recall,
He is
Cyprus
hot, guys.
Cyprus is sort of a disputed territory between Greece and
Turkey? Okay, so that makes
Mhm.
sense that he's also Turkish. Anyways, can we just be nice? He's really, really nice. And I really waited to talk to you about him. It was hard. I have a lot of pics about him. He's got what attracts me to him. No, I haven't met him yet. But I want you to know, I've been talking to a lot of men. And a lot of men I'm compatible with in Ottawa, in Montreal. There's like men here that I've been compatible with.
So then what's the
But-
problem?
I'm choosing him because of his heart. He's got like, no one cares about your gigolo. Gigolo. I've been giving him a red penny. This guy has a job. He's a really good person. Like, he's not, trust me, he doesn't want to use me. We've never met.
Guys, okay, listen, I get it. It's kind of like 90 Day Fiance. Look, it's a big world. I mean, I'm bound to find somebody outside of my own country to fall in love with. No, I'm not kicking Pete's to the curb. He's so cute. Every time he addresses me, even on the phone, he goes, "Look at me. Look at me good.
Oh boy.
The only thing I care about is me and you." Like, this is how intense he is. So I managed to find a man with the same level of passionate intensity that I like.
You mean like Nads?
I found a new natter.
Yikes. Oh boy.
Well, yes, but no, it's not. It's
The
this
cringe.
is him. He's his own person. Yes, you can say men from different countries. Of course, they all want to come here.
I kind of like this look, with that boss chain necklace. I know what she's about with the bandana on. I don't know. I'm kind of digging this.
All right. But he's also gotten offers from other countries like Germany and Australia. He's not he was so he finally settled on, because of his job, he finally settled on that he wants to come to Canada. So he started looking, yeah, I know, but I've been talking to him. He's really Sam Apruvia. He's probably he watches me, I guess.
Am I all right?
And yeah, he's claiming me.
I'm just saying, okay, so for some reason he got a job in Canada, so he starts looking for a Canadian lady. I mean, that kind of makes sense, but then it kind of doesn't make sense because that sounds like a scam to me.
As for his name is Nunya.
None of business. Mr. M. His name starts with a, well, I've known him for, I don't know, a little bit. Not very long.
Yeah, a
On
couple
few years.
hours.
No, honestly, we don't even talk sexual. Like, this guy will be like, "I just want to hug you and I just want to kiss you.
And pay for my course.
I just want, look at me. Look at me. I just want to spend time. No, I'm horny. I want to fuck you. I want your pussy." None of that shit, There are men in Montreal that I could easily access. There are men here.
Oh, speaking of which, Nads used to say stuff like that. Do you guys remember the text messages between Nads and her? Nads would be like, "I'm horny." Like, Nads would just message that, "I'm horny."
I mean, I've been, but I'm choosing this guy because he's so fucking nice, and he just has a nice heart, like a big heart. Something doesn't smell right here. You have been crying over random dudes and can never keep a secret. All right, so here's how the courtship went. I met this guy the other day online.
Mm-hmm.
And, excuse me, I'm tired of meeting guys.
She met him online.
And this guy pretty much says that, we talked a lot since we met. And I could talk for hours with this guy. And when I know I could talk for hours, listen, just trust me. I know when I can talk to a man for hours, he's the one. This is how I know. This is how I did it with BB.
Oh, yeah?
Hi, Aisha!
Wow.
With me, pretty sure.
Oh, MG, the disrespect. Pete is actually listening to this entire time, being disrespected like this.
Yeah, something like that. No, seriously. Look, I promise, I'm pretty sure this is legit. He sounds very serious. So I have some garlic. Nothing, Luann, nothing. Hasn't asked me
What?
for a cent.
What was the garlic for? It kind of does look like a vampire. I'm not even gonna lie.
Has clearly stated, I don't want sex. I don't want money. Like, I don't want just sex,
All right, ladies. If a guy says he doesn't want sex, he doesn't want money. And he says this to you right away with, especially online dating. Usually he is wanting sex and he is wanting money. I'm just saying.
Where do you want? Where's the common sense? No, it's not. It's not an adder situation because I know how to sniff these situations out now. This guy's never asked me for anything. This guy has been nothing but sweet when he talks to me. Talks to me about like
Right,
the number
Jessica?
one thing he wants to have, like when he comes here is a dog. Like he's just like so like he's just so in awe of life. He just seems to love life and he's
For
very
the food
passionate.
smell.
Like I want to drink wine with you and I want to, he's just so everything I'm looking for. Like he ticks all those boxes. So no, he's not moving with me.
You know what?
It's
Actually,
just
garlic is a disinfectant, right? It can be used as an antiseptic, antibacterial, antifungal agent. So, I mean, if the garlic is for the fupa smell, you might be right, Dots.
not now. That's okay. I just want a trophy husband, basically.
Right.
And have you seen my fucking thumbnail? Where am I in the world am I gonna find someone this hot? And not just hot, but who looks at me and says, I want to drink wine with you and I want to kiss you. No, nobody. So the day that somebody says that to me, I'm committed. So
Ooh.
I'm off the market. That's it. I'm
Ooh.
taken.
Yeah.
All right. I have to plan to either go. I probably have to go to Turkey to meet Mr. Cypress.
Ooh.
I don't know him, but I'm getting to know him more.
Oh, I remember this shirt. This shirt was for less than $1. I think this was for like 50 cents or a quarter. She bought it in the bargain bin, and the bargain bin was already at like, I don't know, $1 or something, or 50 cents, and then it was like half off. I remember this top. Never seen it again.
So,
He loved Bumper
and
Good.
there's nothing
Yes.
to lose or anything. We're officially a couple, but that's not like it has to. We're not married, so I could easily just say no. Yeah, we FaceTime. We've talked for hours and hours. He lives in Cyprus. No. No, he didn't say anything about marriage right now.
Not yet.
He swears he doesn't care about money or sex, just sex.
Yeah, he was
He
gone
just
the next day.
wants us to build a good future together. We're officially a couple, Jenny. It's not fake boyfriends. I'm in love. It's a lesbian. Of course, I'll get to know him. Yeah, I invented the term "beezing." I seen him on video. He's precious. He's so precious.
What is on the
I've
stairs?
seen
That's
his
Sam.
mom. I've seen he's.
No.
They're
That's not
just
Sam. My
amazing.
bad. That's the doll. What am I saying? It's Sam. That is the doll. Remember when I said this is the time where she would put her grandmother's doll on the stairs? He is precious. My precious, my precious. Yes, the doll appeared. I remember this distinctly because this angle was the angle when we would see BBJ hop down the stairs. Unfortunately, poor baby girl, and we'd see the doll, her grandmother's doll.
He has really good family values. He knows I can't have kids.
That's Annabelle. Just appears
No,
out of
he
nowhere.
doesn't want me to smoke. He said something where he was coming here because like he was allowed to come here, something with his job. I don't know.
Sure,
But
he is. And then his job will fall through, and then he wants you to apply for him.
he's so sweet. He always just talks about our future and stuff. You don't think it's a good idea, guys? I know. He's gonna do videos with me. He's gonna I know you guys are thinking, oh my god, just another guy.
Who is she talking about? Matin. Okay, now there's Sam. Because I remember this. I remember this distinctly. This was what like a year and a half ago, or maybe a year and 3 months, a year 4 months. I remember Sam on the Stairs and the doll. There you go. See, I wasn't lying. I remember this. I haven't watched
He's
this
so hot.
forever.
I'm just I'm just at that point where I know what I want, you know, and I'm tired of looking. So
Right, look, dog.
honestly, why not? That's how I look at it. And
Remember the Tinder swindler?
I mean, why not? He's so hot and he's so nice and he's loving and honey, look at me. No, because he calls me honey. He knows about my channel. He doesn't even want to know how much I make. Because I was going to tell him and he's like, no. He's like, never tell anyone how much you make. It's very rude. He said that. He comes here and he treats me right. And he really is faithful to me. And he's sweet. And he makes a good fucking husband. Who cares? He's so hot. He's like, listen, I don't want care about how much you make. He's like, never tell anyone how much you make. It's like not good and it's rude. And he
Was it Salah she referenced having the body of an Adonis? I'm not really sure if she's ever said that about Naz or Mitang, but I do remember she said that about Salah, right?
he's like, and I don't want just sex. He's like, I could get sex anywhere. And look at him, he's so can. He's like, there's something sweet about you, the way you talk. Low BMI voice, score. I think he's Muslim, but not like strict. What does he do? I don't know. He sent me his LinkedIn thing. But I skimmed through it.
Nad's at a 6-pack. It was just ribs, though. Same script, different dude.
You don't think
True.
he's cute? Oh, I think he's amazingly hot. He's in his 30s, Moonlight. I think he's 33.
He gone.
I do things on a whim without really thinking it through. So you guys know that like falling in love in like a day or like is like something that I would do.
Exactly. We know she's a boss bee. Of course we know that girl.
I mean, this person is like beautiful and they have a really good heart.
Yeah, boss
I'm
bee.
not trolling. I'm being serious. I'm impulsive as fuck. I know what I want. I'm 38 and I've been talking to men like bored as fuck, like and then you just talk to somebody for a couple hours and you're like, wow, this person has very similar ideas to mine.
Yeah.
And like when I look at him, I can look at him all day. He's beautiful. So why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? Because
I really love the like, as one of those like Tinder models. I'll be talking to guys all day. Guys messaging me all day. So many guys.
The stereotype is people from other country who just want money, blah blah blah. I know that. I can tell because I've had a lot of people like that in my I've had experience with that. So I know what to look for in that, and I don't get that at all. I think he's amazing. And I wish I could be there right now. He replied and said, not anymore. Yay! Aw. See? So he passed the test.
Okay, okay. If you didn't catch on to what happened the last few seconds, we found him. Okay, we found Matane. We always find them. Of course we do. Well, somebody found him, messaged him, asked him if he was single, and he said not anymore. So this is why she's like, "See, he passed the test." How long ago was this? Like a year and like 4 months, 3 or 4 months.
Biden said not anymore.
Wait, wait. Let me go
I
back a little
could be
bit.
there right now.
Here we go.
He replied and said not anymore.
Somebody asked him if he was
Yay!
single. Not anymore.
Aw. See? So he passed the test. If you're watching, I love you. Aw. Haha. A match made in Beezer world. So, how about he does videos with us? Whenever he comes to Canada, we're gonna do couples vlogs together.
Ooh, see?
Yeah, Natter is so 20. Was it 2020 or 2021? Bye. Mayton is 2022. I know you think my lovers are fake.
Yeah, he was totally not fake.
They're not.
Totally. Real guy. Everything.
So cute and handsome.
Yeah, looks just like
I
Nance.
love his face, you know?
Yeah, looks like handsome Squidward.
No, he's going to be on my YouTube channel with me. Maybe, if he wants to.
Yeah, maybe he will.
Do you think that would be fun for us to do stuff together? You guys, what if he's really good for me? Like, what if he comes here and we start a really good life together?
Wouldn't that be perfect?
Maybe we'll get married. And I want to, you know, I want to have like, I want to get healthy and sleep on crisp white sheets and a nice crisp duvet with this man and live a nice life. And he wants dogs. And we're going to just do stuff. No, I'm waiting for him. I have a future husband now, so everyone welcome him into the Beezer family.
What the hell did he want dogs for?
Well,
Stupid ain't that?
he will eventually, I'm sure.
And I mean,
It's because I don't want to talk about him. Like, we're going to keep some things private.
I gotta say that Rock and Ron designer guy is the devil. Look how he makes this dress make Foodie Beauty looks like she has like cleavage out the nines. That guy's a devil.
I understand that's all Natter ever wanted was privacy.
Count Cracula, why are we always thinking the same thing? It's like time after time after time again, we're thinking the same. I'm like, damn, Foodie Beauty getting cleavage here. That Rock and Ron designer guy is the devil, I tell you. No wonder she kept on wearing this dress.
I gave him some in some respects, but some things I don't feel like, you know, the way he treated me didn't deserve the privacy. I want to be with a man who motivates me to be better, you know, because that means that they're also interested in that. So, do you know what I mean? Never tried to get you to exercise? Not really. He acts like he's like the big motivator savior, and he wasn't really. He was always miserable in bed too, a lot of the time. Like miserable, just he didn't like on a daily basis go, let's go to the gym. He would say, I want to go to the gym, I want to go to the gym.
Yeah, Jessica.
Yeah.
Foods, dudes, sex.
But were you gonna pay for that membership? So
and couples channel.
I did freak out when he tried to make me change, yeah. That's the thing. If I'm not ready to change, I'm just gonna freak out. But what kind of man is just gonna let me laze around all day and eat bonbons? while he fucking works out and does everything to improve his life, and I'm just sitting there. Because what if I'm happy with my life like that? What if I don't want to improve that part of my life? What if I'm entirely happy with having bad habits? Or am I entirely happy with bad habits? You know, like edibles.
Me or drugs? He wanted to control.
All right, so here we go. Metin was done with her and she tried to spin it. Let's see that again. Metin was done with her.
Habits. You
Hey
know, like
Pebbles.
edibles.
Me or drugs? He wanted to control
Like she ended it. Okay.
everything. Like, I want to do with you, but you're not serious with me. Dude, I just met you. So I was like, yeah, and I was sticking to my boundaries, because like he wanted like me to like, I don't know if he wanted me to help him come here right away. He's like, I want to see you like right away. That's why.
Does she have the sex edition? I don't know, Hamida. Uh, I have no idea. All I can say is that usually sexual prime for women would be like in their mid to late 30s, right? Susie side, what's up? How you doing?
So I'm just like,
She scared him off?
okay, well,
Or maybe he found somebody
you need
else.
to have patience. I'm in the middle of moving. And then like he made a comment about like how that wasn't as important as him like coming here. And I'm just like, what? No, my life is more important than yours. 100% any day. It's almost like they want to change the image because look, for them, traditionally, like in a lot of cultures, I'm like an abomination. Like I'm haram. I am the most haram person you could date.
Oh yeah.
I get lonely and bored.
After
And I
Metin
feel like
blocked
I'm
her.
trying to find someone to
Wait a
replace
second.
Natter or something.
Wait a second. After Metin blocked her, she admits she still thinks of Netter. Aw, poor Foodie got blocked.
And I feel like I'm trying to find someone to replace Natter or something. I don't know what the rush is. I don't know, Jay. It's not like I loved the abuse, obviously. But for some reason, I was more willing to forgive that than the lying and the cheating and the scamming and the fucking everything horrible. Because
All right, so Jessica says, I think she's just desperate and didn't necessarily have a sex addiction. She's over sexualized herself to attract a partner, in my opinion. Yeah,
felt like with
she
the
wanted to
abuse,
partner up.
it was like an anger problem with him, and it's something that like we could go to counseling for, and like I could help him improve as a person, and you know, like that was my mentality. So if he hit you like he did Petey, he did pretty much down under. Well, little less like
Crackula, you crack me up. The pickles and the fluff. Yes, yes, you guys remember the fluff? She was eating the fluff. How can we forget the fluff?
not that angry.
With the pizza
Didn't
bugs?
really call me names either. But I wasn't like calling him names. I wasn't like egging him on. Like, wow, I didn't keep saying coward, coward. Like, what provoked him in my case was I said out of nowhere that I want to go home. So, you dodged a bullet. You should be thankful. I know I should be. I know I should be. Do you guys hate me if, like,
Nina, you're saying that pickles don't go with fluff? You can't fluff your pickle?
I say a part of me wishes I could talk to him, like, one last time and be like, why did you lie to me?
Man,
And I
this
know
is
I'm laughing because I know it's so fucking pointless.
all right. The Lashino duo told their viewers that Chantel texted Didi asking permission to talk to him. Yep, I remember this.
No, I didn't call Natter. Why would I do that, Flopera? Yes, I texted Didi the other day when I was having a moment of, you know what?
Weakness.
I cannot believe he still sits there and says, I am the victim. I did nothing. I can't believe he does that. I don't even know what I wanted to say to him, Flopera. I think I was going to ask if I can.
Oh yeah, Flop Era. Whatever happened to Flop Era?
Some falafel.
Didn't Flop Era used to make videos?
He beats women, sis. Please stop contacting. I have the nerve of her messaging me. Yeah, you know why I have nerve? Because I don't give a fuck what you think. I'll do whatever I want to. I will do whatever I want to. Whatever I want to. And if I wanted to steal him back from you, it would happen tomorrow. Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
Foodie, no, stop. She did not steal him back. She had a breakdown over Natter in October. So dramatic. We learn about Salah days later. All right, shout out States Waterway. Yes, she did have a breakdown about Nads. I remember even when she was in Kuwait, she did actually come into Nader El Shami's chat and she blamed it on the Cur. Remember? The KIR's French cocktail, which is made with black currant liquor. But blame it on the Cur. Blame it on the. I don't know what else she had. I don't know. Maybe it was say blame it on the pickle. Blame it on the Cur. You guys remember the Cur, right? All right, people, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go back to the start, the meatloaf, cheesy scallops. For those who were late and whatever, we're going to bring it back to you guys and talk some more about the olden days. Here we go. That sounded kind of good. I mean, curry's not bad, actually. But yeah, she was blaming it on the cur back in last year, November, when she went into Natter's stream and started talking a lot of smack. Remember her Beezer Snatch Patch? I do.
Hello guys, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to another video. So, today I have a very special meal, one of my favorites ever. I'm going to keep this on, but down here a little bit. My meatloaf. First time in Kuwait. Cheesy potatoes au gratin. They're kind of like a scalloped potatoes, but instead, I'll tell you in a minute. Salad and homemade cheesecake with Biscoff crust. With homemade strawberry sauce. Okay, so this meal from scratch. Even the bread in my meatloaf is from scratch. I made some baguettes for breakfast today, and I used the leftovers with some milk in my meatloaf, and I'm going to tell you how I made everything because I didn't film everything because it was really hot in there. And I have some iced lime water. Let's have some bismillah. Refreshing. All right, now, let me tell you how I made this stuff. What are you guys having for dinner? I hope you're having a wonderful dinner. Okay, let's have some salata. So let's start with the salad. This is just romaine, black olives, tomatoes, and cucumber. And the dressing is a little bit of vinegar, a little bit of lime juice, some olive oil, pomegranate molasses, and a little bit of honey, salt, and pepper. Fresh vegetables. These potatoes here, so tender.
Hey, Amy.
Fork tender. Oh my gosh. I sauteed some onions and caramelized them a little bit. sliced potatoes in a baking dish. I made a cheese sauce with milk, like full fat milk. I made a roux first with butter and flour, um, about 2 tablespoons of each, some milk, and I let that become thick. Added some sharp cheddar, poured it over the potatoes and onions, and let it bake. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Delicious. And you know,
BBJ meatloaf is never the same without Sam and BBJ for please don't remind me. Remember when I think it was Rice Krispies, something like that, she was making that one day and then Sam was in the pan licking it and then nobody noticed but we noticed and we're like
I also added
yikes.
some turmeric, salt, pepper,
Yikes.
some garlic powder, and some 7 spice, a little bit, which has like nutmeg and stuff. Mmm. Oh, those are dangerous.
It looks dry.
Then for the meatloaf here,
It is dry. 100% dry.
I take a pound of ground beef. I soaked some of my leftover baguette in milk. I added that in, 1 egg. I blended up in the food processor.
Wait a second. So is it that most of us are wrong? She actually cooked several more times. Yeah, Net Detective, that's what she says. She made all of this. So most of us have been wrong, folks, because a lot of us said she would only cook once. Some of us said 2 or 3 times, but it's been several times now. Good morning, Deb R. How are you doing?
1 green pepper,
Happy Saturday.
1 red onion. Some ketchup. Salt, pepper. Maybe onion, garlic powder. And then I put the glaze of ketchup on top. Mm-mm-mm. And that's it. That's all she wrote, folks.
True, Hamida. I'd love to see the process in all of this. Like I said earlier, she could have made 4 videos, each
Now the
4.
cheesecake. About 2 packages of about 200 grams each. Biscoff cookies. Lotus cookies. And I use my food processor to make the crumb. I added a bunch of butter, like melted butter, maybe 9 tablespoons. And some brown sugar. Pressed it in a pan. Froze it. Made the mix, which is sour cream, icing sugar, 2 containers of Philadelphia cream cheese, a little bit of lemon juice. And I put a little salt in the crust.
Interesting.
And you just blend it. I didn't even use a blender. I just mixed it by hand till it was smooth. Strawberries is just strawberries and sugar, which makes like a syrup. And if you let it in the fridge overnight, it thickens into like a syrup.
Thing that's over a stick of butter. It seems she loves her butter. Why did she say maybe onion garlic powder? Probably can't even remember what kind of crap she used. I think what she does is she doesn't really have a set ingredient list. It's whatever is there is whatever she'll put in and eat it just the same.
Don't have to use cornstarch. I don't have any, so.
She does put butter in everything.
Even my dressing is so nice.
Not naan bread.
I hope Salah likes it. I'll let you guys know.
Her not naan bread was something else.
So I'm feeling a lot better today. Um, had a very nice day. Woke up after Fajr, which is the first prayer of the day, pretty early in the morning. I started making homemade bread. For the breakfast. I made the cheesecake last night. And so I woke up and then made us breakfast.
He's always waking up. It in that says Sella does not eat the crap that she makes. Do you guys think that? Oh, thank you, Hamida. I'm just
My
here.
homemade breads and scrambled eggs, chicken sausages.
My wise heart says Moret's wife is coming over to help her cook. That's why she didn't film it. Maybe somebody did help her. I mean, that's actually pretty
No.
probable.
Sliced tomatoes, some orange juice.
All right. I guess I can open up a vote.
Cleaned all that mess up. Made Howie his salad, which I did record. I'm just waiting for my vlog to have enough footage from my vlog to, add it in there.
Hey, Oz, or is it OZ? How should I say it?
But I'm gonna slow down. Too good. But I'm doing a lot better. I think I was just being vulnerable the other night and just opening up and having a low moment. Homesickness.
Is this a family tray she has there?
But
Yeah, pretty much a family tray platter. That is not a normal size plate. Oz is good? Okay. I'll call you Oz then. Uh-oh. Wrong chat rampage.
I do feel like this is my home. It is.
All right.
With my pets. My husband.
Maybe it won't be too long again until we have some more complaints. I really truly think whenever she becomes real with us, it's really giving us an idea of how she really feels. And I don't blame her. I would kind of feel homesick as well. I mean, it's not anything against her. She says, yeah, I was feeling homesick. I miss my home. I've been living there all my life. I know I'm living in a foreign country, right? What is wrong with just saying that? I really don't get it. Just say you're homesick. Just say you miss a lot of things back in Canada that you can't get in Kuwait. Nothing wrong with that. A lot of people will feel that way.
And we have friends and family here who love us. And yes, me too. They're aware of my past. But as long as I continue to try to do better, a past is just a past. Nobody can fault you for that.
Yep.
We all have one. You know? Um, I don't know. There's people who don't believe that, think I'm miserable. People are waiting for that, for me to be miserable, which is weird. But I can't control how people think.
True, not detective.
But
Susie Side says she's bored and likely to cheat on her fake husband is possible as she's an habitual liar. And cheater? I mean, wouldn't that be something if Foodie Beauty is caught? She doesn't want to be caught cheating on her hubby. Real or fake, that is some serious charges over there. You go to jail for that type of stuff.
you don't have to understand it. It's my journey. You know what I mean? And nobody can really understand how I feel except for me. Like, I'm feeling it. By the way, I don't have makeup on because I made a huge dinner. Homemade cheesecake, homemade bread, meatloaf, potatoes. I'm not putting makeup on, okay?
Yeah. She eats such fatty food with low protein. Well, maybe that's why the eggs are there to supplement her protein intake.
We've become so accustomed to filters and, you know, makeup to high heavens that we don't even really know what our natural beauty, like appreciate our natural beauty anymore. I'm like that too. I have to work on that, but I can't stand not having eye makeup on.
Really, we've come to this?
It's
All of
you know,
this?
I look tired. You gotta try that dressing.
So what do you guys think of all this food? I might try the
Come on, Dan.
cheesecake. I might. I'm not really sure.
Do your job. Comes in handy. I remember you guys saying, get a fan, get a fan.
Didn't anybody actually say that? Yeah, she ate the entire platter of 4. Yeah, she'll finish that off.
Now I know why.
I mean, are we back to the predictions again? I remember some channels closer to the end of the year start to predict what will happen in the next year. So that'll be 2024. It's been several winters with Foodie Beauty and myself. 2021, 2022, now 2023. Oh
You should
my.
see our wall here. It's full of cases of water.
Very huge platter. Piece chunky
Full.
onion meat slab. You talking about Pete's cooking or his like genitals when you say chunky onion meat slab? I'm not really sure which one. You talking about his meatloaf or his
Hey, babe.
meatloaf?
You enjoy your food?
Yeah, but the real question is, did you?
This food level, I would say better than Cheesecake Factory.
No
I
way!
swear to God.
Bullshit.
You really like the meatloaf?
100% yes.
Thanks, babe. You hear that, Cheesecake Factory? Better watch out.
I don't think Cheesecake
My
Factory is
meatloaf is
worried.
something else.
Cheesecake Factory is not worried at all.
I don't want to toot my own horn, but
In fact, Cheesecake Factory is laughing all
everyone
the way to
is
the
good
bank.
at cooking something. Okay. If you can't cook, don't be hard on yourself. Like, Look at me, I can cook and I just don't. I just didn't for a long time. And I never appreciated how better homemade food is. So, what is something you can cook very well? Toot your horns in the comments.
As I stated before, due to the emergence of certain men and women dynamics in the dating realm, Cheesecake Factory's stock has actually gone up a significant percentage. Not anything like super wild, but wild enough where it's now trading within a certain frame that is way above before when the controversy started. So, what have we learned? Cheesecake Factory investors and people are learning that social media can influence a stock by having your restaurant be talked about, right? In terms of like dating dynamics. So, there you go. All that cheese should be tooting all night. Yep.
Me, meatloaf. And you know what? I used to dog on my mom's meatloaf as a kid, especially. But hers was bomb too. But she used saltine crackers and put cheese on top. Cheese slice. She didn't always make like. She did cook almost
Inika says just like how crumble cookie blew up after influencers, right?
every day. Pretty much. We never ate out much. I don't think we could afford to. My mom was like, I told you this, but a single mom for many years. And she went through college, worked.
Sometimes I wonder, like, who
Even in high school, though, I would come home and supper. There would be something to eat. I love my Smee. All right. Check this cheesecake. Better than Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, well, you didn't love your Smee enough 2 months ago when her car nearly got towed.
The lotus. Have you ever had a lotus cookie?
Why the hell is she called Smee? Because I remember Smee. Smee was that parrot that was in that movie, Peter Pan, where he used to go, Smee, that's me. Remember that with Captain Hook? And I think his first mate was Smee, wasn't it? It was like, Smee, that's me. Smee.
Velvety, creamy, beauty bite. I do that because it's so good.
Yeah, shh, I said shh.
That all noise must stop and appreciate.
And let's get to. And whatever happened to her ticks? Remember her ticks she used to do?
I fell in love with no bake cheesecake when I was working at a women's shelter in Mattawa, Ontario. We had a cookbook there. And I always wanted to make the best dishes because I would be cooking, okay, and doing groceries and playing Yahtzee. And actually, that's not all I did. I also sorted the clothing for the donations. I sometimes looked after the daycare. I wrote an article for the newspaper talking about my work there. I volunteer worked.
Mm-hmm.
But the satisfaction on the faces of
I still am questioning
the
this.
women residing at the shelter. Now, the shelter was for women who were like escaping an abusive relationship. it was a very safe place for them. Even the door at the place had no. I'm sorry, I'm getting so emotional because when I remember
Okay, I just checked this time around. There actually is a shelter in Mattawa, Ontario, because I wasn't really sure. I was thinking, did she say Mattawa or Ottawa? At first, I thought it was Mattawa, but Mattawa is like way, way, way out there, just east of North Bay. You might not know where that is. But if yeah, I think she did say Mattawa, and Mattawa has a women's resource center. So there is a shelter there. So she really did say Mattawa, Mattawa, which is
them, how sweet they were,
a
and they
couple
didn't
hours
deserve
northwest
any
of
of what
her.
they were going through in life. So just to be able to put like a little smile on their face by making them like gourmet food, like literally gourmet. I would take out this cookbook, even the counselor, because they had counselors working there and then they had me a volunteer. They were like, the girl was like, my gosh, they're lucky having you cooking for them. I don't eat pork anymore, but I remember making this pork roast with like, oh my gosh, the sauce was like an apple, homemade apple. I don't know, it baked for hours, and the whole smell and the whole when you're cooking something with love, this it just smelled up the whole shelter and just like made made the ambiance just so comforting.
Hmm. Hey, mindful Anna. I still think Foodie Beauty does view women as competition rather than anything else. But that's just me.
Mm.
And a lot of you think the same thing. Like whenever somebody else comes around, she's like, "Oh shit, it's competition," rather than maybe I can learn something from this person, or maybe we could be friends. It's like the default is there's competition now.
Mm. And there was a recipe for a no bake cheesecake, and I made it, and oh my gosh, I was blown away. It had graham cracker crust though, but kind of a big piece. Mm.
Tiger Talk says all lies.
Very wonderful woman.
She has the main
One
character
woman would
syndrome
just watch. She would crochet and just watch Days of Our Lives.
and
No,
passions.
one woman watched Days of Our Lives. This one woman who crocheted would watch Passions. I think it was.
So true, Jen. But it's Foodie Beauty and food. So I expect this to happen.
You are my passion for life.
Carolina says, or is it Carolina 26? Do you know how easy no bake cheesecake is to make? I do not. Is it fairly easy? I've never made it, never intended to.
Wow. Oh my gosh, mashallah. That was amazing. Thank you, Allah, for this wonderful food. Um,
Loke Dog says, so shelter women just sit around all day watching soaps? That's ignorant. Right, considering the basis of what the shelter is all about, right? You're homeless, it might be an emergency situation, something to do with abuse. She makes it seem as if it's so happy go lucky when a lot of people there are literally fighting for their lives.
you know,
It might be fun and giddy, and she might remember this memory of something like, yeah, we're baking and this, and everybody is this and that. But there is people there that have real struggles and real issues and real life shit that they gotta deal with and or get away from. The hardest part is stirring the cream cheese. Okay, mindful Anna, maybe I'll check it out.
I'm just so like appreciative these days of. That's one thing that Islam has taught me to be is appreciative. You know, I don't talk about my religious journey. I am thinking of doing more videos about that, but I just wanted to learn more about it myself before I start making videos. But I mean, I'm a beginner, but I remember that one lesson, if you know, being appreciative of everything you have, this piece of cheesecake, this roof over my head. I don't have riches, I don't have a lot of jewelry, my beautiful ring,
Arabian gold.
Arabian gold ring, but I don't have much else to show. I have my husband, my pets, we have a car, apartment. We have a very modest life in a lot of ways. And you know, that's good enough for me. I don't really care about having Chanel bags and material things. To me, that's not wealth. To me, that's, I don't want a Chanel bag. Like, even if I had, I mean, we probably could like buy one, but that would not be wise. You know, I don't think that it's something I would even want if I could buy one without it, affecting me. Like, if I was rich, you know, I just wouldn't.
Funny how that came up.
I wouldn't want it.
Okay.
If that's what makes you happy in life, I'm not going to dog that. That's totally, totally your life.
Well, I mean, her main priority usually is food. I bet she's behind on rent and car payment. That I have kind of brought that up that we never really know if they are behind or not because how are we supposed to know? We're looking through the lens of her cell phone. We don't know the building manager. We don't know anything about them. So who truly knows? But you might have a point here. Like at any moment they could be behind. You never know. Remember what happened with Al Shabib situation and Foodie Beauty and Salah when Salah owed money and he wasn't paying until Foodie Beauty got the money. Then Al Shabib was finally paid. So it can that situation can always happen again.
But me personally, because I've seen comments of people being like, you're 40, you don't have anything. But that's where you're wrong, because not all wealth is material. I am very, very happy with what I have and grateful. So, yeah, I just want to emphasize that. um, because it could help. I emphasize that not to convince myself or other people. I say that actually to convince other people. Like, a lot of people are down and depressed right now and feeling like they can't go on in life because they don't have enough material possessions. You have a lot more than you realize. Just look for it. All right, guys, I'm going to finish my refreshing water. Um, I love Salah trying all these new foods. I said meatloaf and scalloped potatoes are, you know, a very popular dish in Canada. So, yeah. So I don't know what I'm going to cook next, but I'm sure I'll think of something. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, guys, some days I'm going to be cooking in the kitchen. Some days I'm just going to show you what I'm eating. Some days will be vlogs. Some days I'm going to try to mix it up, you know?
All right.
But anyway, no matter what, I thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Take care, Ari. Have a good one. All right, people. We watched this twice because it was so nice. We also watched that Metin almost made it to King Beezer status. She was going to go to Turkey. I wonder how that would have worked out for her. Sometimes I wonder, what if Fudibita stayed in Ottawa? Would she be with 4 times married guy right now? Like, what if she went and saw Metin? What if she went to Mexico? What if she went to Dominican Republic? What if she went back to Cuba? What if she went to Puerto Rico? Who knows? But sometimes I think about all these things. Hey, it's a Friday. It is, right? Let me make sure. All right, it's TGIF, people. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. Smash that like button. I guess I'll see you tomorrow if you're around. If not, then I'll see you another time. The best predictor of future behavior is past behavior. So, yes, your past does matter. Little Brown Dog says so. Past does matter exactly because she's repeated the past. I don't know what kind of spell Nads has on Foodie, but it's been sticking. Let's just say that. Thank you, Indica Queen, Marie, Pebbles, Loke Dog, Sweet and Sour, Edna, Oz, Hamida, and everybody else, thank you so much. Have a great one. Love watching these with you, and take care of yourselves. Bye bye.